Welcome back, dear students. This time we will discuss the evolution and types of novel, and we will be concentrating on the types of novel because we have seen the evolution in the last class. And today we'll be discussing the very few points regarding the evolution of novel. So, as I told you in the last class, novel has developed in 18th century and it became popular in 19th century and 20th century, so new innovations, and it became much celebrated genre in the recent years and all. And it grew out in a medieval romance, which means romance means it gave more importance to the creative side, which means they were fiction centered rather than facts and all. So along with the medieval romance, it became uh, much popular, and further developments happen along with the types of novel. So let's see the types of novel. As I told you, we will be concentrating more on the types of novel. So we have these many types. We will see each of them in detail. Okay. So the first thing is romance. Romance is a name given to the uh, into the writings of Spanish, French, Italian, and Portuguese in Europe. So these languages, which includes Spanish, French, and Italian and Portuguese, these languages had writings in English. So these writings were commonly known as romance, and they were much more creative, and they were fiction based, so they were popularly known as romance. So that's all about romance. Now let's see the Picaro's novel. So it was a episodic narrative form which was popular in 17th and 18th century. And the word Picaro, which has a Spanish origin, which means an anti-hero, which means a villain, and in English the word Picaran meaning a scoundrel of low birth and evil life, and he is at war with society. Mean the hero, he has a lower birth and he is a scoundrel and he is war with her society. So giving an example, that is Dallin Defoe's Moll Flanders. Next is autobiographical novel, which is a story of a person's life written by himself or herself. So if a person is writing about his own experience or her own experience, it is said to be autobiography, and which includes the memoirs, the letters, and diaries of that particular person. So Dr. Johnson is said to be the pioneer of this particular form. Next is epistolary novel. So epistolary novel is said to be the novel which is written in the form of letters. So suppose we are taking a novel, or if we are taking of a fiction, in that particular book, if characters are exchanging their messages through letters, it is said to be an epistolary novel. And Samuel Richardson is said to be the master of this particular form, and has Pamela and Clarissa the fine examples to this particular epistolary novel. Next is historical novel. As the name suggests, historical novel is uh, all about the depiction of a historical period. Okay, they are depicting a particular historical period and the manners and belief that were very popular that particular period. So it is more closer to romance and realism. So we are much more concentrated to their creative side of that particular form. So example is Cooper's leather stocking tales. Okay. Next is Gothic novel. So the word Gothic, which is derived from the word Goth. So it is it is denoting to a northern European tribe. So who fought against the European Empire. So as the name suggests, it is all about the scary appearances which depict the scary castles, the scary sounds, the scary creatures and all, which means it is a sort of frightening. It gives a sort of frightening to the readers and all. So a Gothic novel is all about the unusual setting, the unusual sounds and all, which means while seeing that setting, the reader gets scared. So an example to this is uh, Anna Radcliffe, The Mysteries of Udolpho. And next is the Bildungsroman. So Bildungsroman novel is in a positive sense which depict the development of a character through knowledge, which means the characters, the protagonist of the play, he identifies his personality through education, and we can give Charles Dickens, David Copperfield as a fine example to this. Next is satire. Satire aims to ridicule, voice, or folly in an individual or institution or society, which means if an individual or society or institution is doing something wise or they are doing something very wrong, in order to correct this particular person or this particular institution, we are mocking that particular person. So that mocking is same to be known as satire. So the very fine example is George Orwell's Animal Farm, which we will study in detail in the second module. Next is utopian and dystopian novel. So utopian meaning an ideal place where an author creates an ideal place which we want. Okay, we always wish for an ideal place where everything goes perfect and everybody seems to be very happy. So our author creates an ideal place which is came to be known as an dystopian, sorry, which came to be known as an utopia. So fine example is Thomas More's Utopia. Then dystopian provides a warning by presenting an alarmingly unpleasant situation of the future. So dystopian is a warning. Okay, if we are not following the things or if we are not following the rules, we have to follow an unpleasant future. That's all about dystopian novel. Next is science fiction novel. Science fiction is more about the innovations of technology and all. So let me read this. Science fiction cruises into the realms of future, interstellar travel, altered states of consciousness, and extraterrestrial visitors to Earth and artificial intelligence that are staple of science fiction. Because science fiction talks about all such things which are related to science and technology. So we have an example of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein and also S.A. Wells' Time Machine. Then is detective novel. So detective is a branch of fiction which presents a mysterious event or crime, usually, but not necessarily a murder. So detective fiction is always mysterious event or crime, and it should not be murder because we always deal detective novels in connection with a murder. So it should not be murder, it can be a mysterious event or a crime. So the very famous thing is Sherlock Holmes of Arthur Conan Doyle. So that's all about detective fiction. Next is cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is a postmodern science fiction genre that emerged in 1816s, sorry 18 sorry 1980s, which means it is much of a modern birth. So notion of heroism are questioned as cyberpunk heroes are computer hackers, criminals, and anarchists, which means cyberpunk presents hero. Okay, every fiction has a hero, and in cyberpunks, heroes are much more negative, has much more negative shades because they are the computer hackers. They can be criminals or they can be the anarchist. So that's all about cyberpunk, and the word cyberpunk and the word punk denotes uh, so the word punk, it's an element of this genre that is attributed to the emphasis of such marginalized people. So cyberpunk speaks about marginalized people that usually denote with science things, that is they may be computer hackers, they may be criminals, or they may be anarchist. Next is chemical fiction. So, chemical fiction is usually voices the anguish of an unemployed and drug taking music obsessed generation who try to counter the boredom and futility of the life through the use of drugs. Meaning, it portray the life of drug consuming individual who are very much addicted to music and drug abuse. So it's all about the negative sides of a human or individual. So the example is Thomas Q. Quincy's Thomas D. Quincy's Confessions of an English Opium Eater. Next is campus novel. Campus novel, as the name suggests, it's all about all about an academic institution. It's narrate the story of students as well as faculties. Basically, campus novel tells the life of a campus. Next is graphical novel. So, in graphical novel, a serious event is narrated in a comical form. So, in this particular novel, we can see the superheroes such as the Superman, Batman, etc. and all. Next is creative non-fiction. So, creative non-fiction It is a genre of writing that uses literary style and technique in narrative, which are normally termed as non-fiction. So, which includes biography, food writing, literary journalism, memoirs, and travel writing, etc. So, that's all about the types of novel and all. So, I have just given the basic concept of each type of novel. Hope you have understood. Okay, that's all about. Thank you for listening to this class.